quite far for this next zone. This end game really near zero areas of interest. You see kind of in the river, and how awkward is this? It's 2 cliffs and a low valley.
Look at how dense this circle is. This rotation is going to cut a lot of players out.
There's 49 players left. 49.
This is the most we've seen, I guarantee you, at this circle. 53 seconds and people have to move it. This is potentially a time for Aiden to shine. He might be on the outside of the circle, Jack, but you have an option here to not worry about placement, go for 2 more eliminations and secure 3 points very early in this event. It could be big.
Here's Vape Jesus, one of our players on the verge of earning 3 elims. All these players stacked up in these builds. It's like Saf's in a fight here, dropped to just 50 HP, but he does have a slurp ticking.
Just so people are aware, looking at the map right now. Oh, the rocket from Saf down through the edited hole gets Vape Jesus underneath him. That's 2 eliminations. But on the map right now, there's 1 player on the far west side that is not moving. I would almost anticipate it's somebody that has a rift to go. Brandon from GS, who came in second in an engagement against 72 Hours. We saw that outside of the zone rotation on Brandon, but he's saying this is my time to shine. He's trying to track Bizzle down and Fuzzy simultaneously. 3 players stuck in the structure, and he's going to tunnel his way out. The layers over the top to protect from any above shot. Waiting. The jump shot on Fuzzy gets his first element. Brandon's going to maybe look for a second. His shots come in. He's rotating inside the storm. It's such an important piece of this is to maintain forward movement. You don't want to get caught outside. Players will take advantage of that.
Remember, that opponent now hears that audible shield tag, knowing his shields are gone. I'm down to just normal HP now. Going to go ahead and wait on out as he'll have to back up. I think the tree kind of blocked him on his rush on up there. Down to 42 players left in the lobby. This game is going to escalate very, very quickly. I can promise you that. Brandon just sitting inside this box. Used all his materials though, Lupo. Down to just 32. He's got no shields left. This is one of those awkward scenarios where he's just hoping people forget about him.
Jack, there's 42 players left in the circle, and it's time to move. North side is where everybody's got to go, which means if you're in the south, like Sinfully here, you're going to have to fight your way out and see what you can do. Rockets coming in. There's going to be a lot of this happening. People going for splash damage eliminations. They got any structure they can, and Hysteria trying to get an elimination at the zone there, but Saf secures it on Sinful. 0 elims thus far for Hysteria. And look at these players. They're all poised to strike on each other, waiting for literally anybody to move, anybody to make a mistake. And we've got 60 seconds left and 40 players still alive.
Hysteria played in each day of the qualifiers to get to this point. Wind up getting in late last night and basically the final game. Here with a ton of materials left, he's just trying to peek on out and find this basically free elim as he's looking to maybe third party a fight. Does get heavily tagged twice. Not happy to be in this scenario now, I can promise you that.
He's got enough materials maybe to push against this here for a little while. 38 remaining, 30 seconds left until the zone moves, and then I'm telling you, when this thing starts, this is when chaos ensues. The zone move is one of the deadliest moments in games.
And it's
like
down this mountain too for all these players up top.
Everybody's got to slide.
Yeah. Jumpman does have 2 launch pads, which I'm expecting him to use here. Kind of fly right on into the next zone. He's already got the natural height over it. Here, continuous tags. I think that is Hysteria being sprayed by like 3 or 4 people right now. United's Jack just got his 4th elim of the game as he's looking to catch up to Aiden. Aiden was eliminated earlier on. We've now got 5 players with a point on the board. Looks like these were 2 players fighting earlier on, Lupo and Shifty.
This kind of shows just how
they both fell.
Don't stick the landing on the way in. This kind of shows how players are.
Oh no! Oh no!
You see in the feed, Jumpman eliminating Aiden. We at least know who
hit his head
went down to
on a tree and was knocked down. Here's that move we mentioned, down into the river. What an ending to this first zone. Hysteria there. You see the shotgun elimination on the knees. 32 players still remaining. Typically at this point, we're at like 13, 14 players. And we're at 31.
This is a good example of how high the nerves are here.
He just got a drop.
We have cheers from the crowd here for that one.
He's got remote explosives and a rocket.
That's huge. Against all the players that are playing incredibly slow, they're all built up in structures. Explosives are going to be, I mean, that can be game-changing. He can come away with a bunch of eliminations, even just to knocking structures down with that. And he's going to start pushing up. He's going to get up top of the zone. He owns all of this, too. You see he's making quick edits on pretty much every piece he's moving through. And this is Hysteria's first elimination thus far today in game 1. An opponent, surprise, falls inside and catches Nice off guard.
You know, that's when the double barrel is quite good, just as a pro tip, when they're inches in front of your face.
Literally right there.
Yes. Here we go, folks. Our move to our next zone about to begin.
27
Tfue
players.
has been inching across all of this build. I was wondering how he was going to do this with little materials. Somehow he's claimed this entire top area, it seems. Nate Hill still in it. J-Omok still in it. Here we go. This game is about to escalate very quickly. The moves coming from everybody now. Chris 2 limbs. Can he earn his third to put a point on the board? Gorilla just cut down J-Omok. You see Nate Hill using the bounce pad. Everyone surging forward. The common enemy of everyone is this storm. And you can see they're all afraid with how much damage it does. Somehow Tfue not being shot. He's made it on in and secured a nice little structure to heal on up.
Literally no one wants to engage anybody else right there. You saw Tfue drop the C4. I think the idea is if somebody's pushing up underneath him, he can edit it out and drop the C4 down. Brandon gets caught off guard, and Jack secures his 6th elimination and
He's got a med kit now. He's got to use this right away. The zone is 25 seconds. Pop that med kit. Get above 6 HP. Tfue one a limb away from earning himself a point. Remember, top 10 in the game earn themselves a point as well.
No fall damage. Honestly, kind of surprisingly, so many explosives.
He's out of materials. I think he's just got to kind of go for this. That's all of his mats left.
One more elim is a point for Tfue, and he's going to look for one. There's still 10 players that are that have to go down before rank matters for points, which means now's the time, and he gets it, catches Shrugs off guard through a little tiny window. That green drum gun coming in big, and another one. Tfue going for his 4th elimination.
He's got to move. The zone is there. He's got to move. He's trapped on in. Tfue choking on out. The storm ticking for so much, and there he goes. Tfue out from game 1 as the storm claims another victim.
You got Nate Hill basically sitting on nothing, no HP, no shield in the bottom, and he had some minis. He's going to patch himself up. When Nane's stuck inside, basically in the middle of the, there's a player sandwich here. 11 left, one more goes down. Everybody that's left alive gets 1 point minimum.
Whoever is a limb next, heartbreaking stuff, as they will be just on the verge of a free point. I know one thing, Nate Hill has no plans of peeking on out with that little HP left. 3 medkits for Morgoth, so you've got to think he's in a good spot if this goes to a heal-off. Uh-oh. Fight about to go down. Morgoth with a shot. There it is. We're now into our top 10. A quick trade.
Trades happening back and forth.
The hype there, that was 3 limbs, and he made it to the top 10. That's 2 points there. Landjock, we mentioned, you can have all sorts of play styles. This one, not go for any fights. He's in 6th place with 0 limbs, but he's out of mats. He's full of the bottom. It's time to rip back up.
He pulled 2 other players with him. 3 are on their way down from the top.
Pulling right away.
He's gonna. I think the goal is to try and land as fast as possible.
No, he's gonna rip again. Oh my God! No! Oh. That was almost 200 IQ. It could come back to bite him.
Gets the shot on Gorilla.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Trades going down. Nate Hill with a limb. Prodigy Aces. Looks like he's got the high ground right now. Only 1 limb to his name. Remember, top 3 earned 2 points. He's made it. 2 points now earned. So many medkits. The storm is pushing on in. This is it. I believe it's going to come down to a heal off right now. Player shooting from above. He doesn't have time to heal. It's Nate Hill, and I don't think Nate has any health left. He's got 1 HP. He's trying to break down. He doesn't have the time. This should be it. He's got 1 extra tick of HP. And there's the victory for Landjock. As he can't believe it, it was 18 health to 1 health. Literally 1 tick of the zone made the difference. And the sigh of relief there. Congratulations. That's a 3-point game.
Absolutely ridiculous. Nate, at this point, his only option was to try and shoot or pickaxe his way down, get a shot in the fall, and it didn't matter. Landjock had a layer ahead above him. There was no option there.
He was done for anyway. You saw trying to pickaxe down. He was getting that thing where it just wasn't letting him actually hit the structure, which made him have to panic shoot. He didn't have a shot there anyway. 1 HP. Didn't. If he gets that a limb and drops those medkits down a little bit earlier on, as the zone's closing, he might have time to pop the full 10-second medkit, but there was only like 9 seconds left on the clock, so one tick would have dropped him, and he knew that. He had to go for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him there.
Jack, if the rest of the games today go like this, I don't know if I can handle it. This has been, we saw more players alive per circle than we've ever seen in any of the previous games, and players are trying to play so securely. They're holding hands during during rotations. You saw Tfue got walled out from an opponent that he was chasing up because they were putting layers and layers down behind them just as an effort to stop anybody from getting in. It wasn't an aggressive engagement. It was defensive play to see if the Storm could take any more eliminations, with them closer to a top 10, even for just 1 point.
Well, back in game one, it all began with Aiden raining terror on the tilted towers. We've got to look back at that to begin. Look at this ramp to block the rocket, the quick follow-up, and there it is.